Hey everybody, what's up? It's time for another Schmoedown reaction, and this time it's the final match in the Innergeekdom tournament. Yes, this thing came out a week ago, but I already took some time off. I was at my parents' place, and I worked on some stuff, and then when I got back here, I couldn't do the Schmoedown reaction right away. I had to wait a bit. Unfortunately for me, I already know who wins. But as I always say, it's not about who wins and who loses. It's about the journey getting there. And boy, oh boy, did these two characters have a journey. Mike Kalinowski and his protege, Chance Ellison. I mean, earlier this year, I predicted Mike Kalinowski would be in the finals. I just didn't really predict that he would be battling against Chance. I had him going up against the Barbarian. And that almost happened. But, you know, that last question in the Barbarian versus Chance was just... I'm still shocked about it. But regardless, again, I already know who's going to win, so I'm not even going to try to pick sides. I'm just here to enjoy the match as it was presented. And, of course, I will be participating myself. And I believe this time it's a 5-round match. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, here goes Mike Kalinowski versus Chance Ellison in the Innergeekdom tournament of the Schmoedown. Here we go.
On July 31st, it's going to be our first pay-per-view event.
John Roca, Ethan Irwin, the #1 contender match to find out who faces Dan Murrell for that championship.
The undercard final exam versus Deep 13.
Don't ever doubt the Outlaw. I'm coming back even stronger than ever. So Ethan Irwin, big time. I love you to pieces. I respect your work. But there's no mystery to solve here, Sherlock. We're going to go toe-to-toe if we go to toe, and I'll beat you.
And I've never been ready to fight against Ethan 100%, and I know I'll be ready on that day. So win or lose, I'll have nothing to hang my head about. I'll be ready to fight him when the time comes.
Make sure you can get it at the Schmoedownlive.com or join patreon.com/Schmoedown. Join today at the $10 tier so you can get that match. Welcome back, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans.
Richard
it is the
Grayson.
finals for the Innergeekdom tournament. How could you not be excited? I'm excited. The hype for this match already has been crazy, just the journey to get here. I'm Christian Harloff, joined as always by Mark Ellis. Mark, if you would have asked a lot of people about who would be in the finals, I think a good portion of them would have said Mike Kalinowski. I don't know how many of them would have said, you know, he's probably going to be facing his team partner, Chance Ellison. It's going to be an all-corruption finals.
It's an all-corruption finals, and Christian, if you're wondering why I got so dolled up for the match, it's not because of the attitude of the competitors going in here. They seem like they're relaxed. They seem as easy and as free and as loose as I've ever seen either Kalinowski or Ellison going into any match, and that includes exhibitions. But it is a championship match. It's 5 rounds, and Christian, I have a feeling that once we start asking the first question in round number 1, all of that nice, easy vibe is going to go away, and we're going to see these hardcore competitors at their best.
Well, make no mistake about it. It's definitely going to be a competitive match. You look at what both these guys have done. And just to correct you, my good friend, it's not a championship match. It is the finals of the tournament.
It's the championship of the playoffs.
Sure. Leading into who will get a shot at either Kevin Smets or Chandru. That match, look at that, coming up really soon here. Pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. Get your tickets now at the Schmoedownlive.com or $10 patrons. You're going to get it anyway. So get that while you can. But look at that undercard also. This is amazing stuff. But Mike Kalinowski looking to get back to either Smets or Chandru. I bet you if he had his preference, he'd want to have some revenge against Smets. I don't know. But Chance Ellison, who is now 3-1 inside of the Innergeekdom division, playing against his mentor in Mike Kalinowski, and it is all corruption because look at that. Look at those standings right now. When this all started, And when the Star Wars tournament started, people were saying, "Oh, look at corruption. They're in the dumps. Nice moves,
Not
Shannon."
anymore.
Well, Shannon's got the last laugh because they're only a few points out of first place. They were in after Star Wars. They were still down because Swag had taken the lead over second place. Corruption came blazing back here, and they're going to get an extra 3 or 4 points today because one of these guys is going to win. Mark, pretty nuts.
Yeah, and so if there's anybody that should have that cruise ship vibe mentality, it would be Shannon Barney, just because she knows she's getting 3 points for a faction either way. Now, she may have to live with the guy who loses, but I don't think she's concerned about that right now, Christian. I think that this is the exact way, if she could have orchestrated how the season unfolds, hopefully she wouldn't have put a pandemic on all of us, but what she would have done is said, no, y'all count me out. You have your other factions that you're rooting for. Let them be in the lead, but I'm going to be here when all the dust settles. I think she's done it her way, and it's paid off.
I think you're right, and I think that she definitely, like I said, she had the last laugh. And you look at even what Laura Kelly did in those Star Wars finals. Corruption has been fighting back, and they are very, very close for taking over. And then you talk about Chance and Mike with a shot to overthrow the Founding Fathers and get their titles back. That would be possibly for both first place and the titles. But
yeah,
anyway.
Christian, I got to correct you. It was actually the semifinals of Star Wars.
I appreciate that. That's what you did there. So I said almost got to the finals, but whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see. This was a big build-up how we got here. It was massive. Chance Ellison taking out the unbeatable Robert Parker. Never going to happen. Well, he did it. He's going to go up against the Finstock Exchange. Well, he did it. Mike Kalinowski, maybe he doesn't have it in him anymore. Well, he did it, and he just knocked out the Star Wars champion in the last round there too. KO. So let's find out exactly how we got here. Here we go.
I'm still
In the team tournament, the Ultimate Schmoedown
disappointed
Team
about
Tournament
the scope right
2018, the theme is anarchy.
Chance Ellison. Who the hell is this? Who the hell's Chance Ellison?
Oh, we'll get to him. We'll get to him.
We have a path in front of us. 2 future champions together.
This is our first time working together here. We found our strengths, we found our weaknesses. We're going to keep on winning. That's what we're going to do.
And your winner by way of knockout. And now it's an all corruption final as we see Chance versus Mike.
Corruption's ready for a nice little vacation, and we've friggin' earned it.
You made it to the finals, man. We're all impressed by what you've been able to do. How do you feel now that you're there?
And how am I feeling? I am ecstatic.
Hey!
What?
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm taking a nap.
He made me the IG player you see before you today, so nothing but respect on my end. It's really Massive versus Apprentice.
What, do you want me to sit there and talk trash about Chance? One of the best players of the game? The best partner a guy can ask for?
To honor all you fallen players, we promise to make this match great. We promise from right here. You're welcome.
A toast to those who wish us well, and all the rest, go to hell.
It's not a matter of, oh, this is just going to see where the chips fall. We're going at it, man. I'm giving myself 110%. Chance will. We're going to go at each other's throats.
Mike and I are going to give each other all we can handle, because that's what good partners do.
Chronic, you are a genius. I feel like I should.
I mean,
do
did
a
you
video
expect
like that.
anything less from Nerd Chronic, Mark? This was absolutely an amazing promo leading up to how we got here between these two teammates. They're excited. They're not talking smack against each other. Last time we saw two champions like this go up against each other in a team was JTE versus Snyder back in the singles tournament, I believe, in 2018.
Yeah, with these guys, there's not a friendship on the line here. There's going to be a rivalry maybe that gets born out of this, and we have no idea what's going to happen in seasons down the road. But these guys, I'm willing to bet, Christian, that they studied for this match together. It's just a matter of who got the top bunk when they went to bed at night. But I think that this is going to be a close friendship, and we're going to see competition at the end of the day. They're going to shake hands, exchange jerseys, and probably all have whatever sort of margarita situation is at Casa de Kalinowski and Chance.
Well, and people have been asking, because this is not, with these digital matches come new rules. When it came to live events and studio matches, hard for a manager to be in two places at the same time, talking to their their competitors at the same time. Well, with digital and the way it works with the 60 seconds, managers can manage both players if they wind up in an opportunity like this. So Shannon will be managing both competitors here, and because in these matches you can hear what the manager's saying anyway to the opponents, we've said let's have her in. So ladies and gentlemen, she is the manager of the second place team, the second place faction in all of Schmoedown, Corruption. There she is. Oh, well, that doesn't surprise anybody. You look very relaxed there, Shannon. This is you're laid back, not a care in the world, huh?
No, we're drinking painkillers today, by the way. That's what's on the menu. I wanted a Corruption vacation. I wanted this finals more than any of you guys could have imagined. And I gotta say, I don't think that I have seen anything this beautiful since I looked in the mirror this morning.
Look at you. Well, I mean, it's hard to say anything except I understand because of what you've been doing. People have been talking about you in last place, and that you drafted wrong and you didn't do it right, and you said, okay, nerds, let's see what happens. And did you know this was going to happen? Be honest. Did you know that this is was this the game plan from the start?
Absolutely. I knew this was going to happen. I have confidence in my players. Now, here's the thing. I can imagine that most of you losers out there are really, really mad watching this right now because it's not what you wanted. It's not what you wanted to see in your finals. But you know what? You know what I wanted? I wanted Laura in the Star Wars final, and that didn't happen for me. So you guys are going to get what you get, and you're not going to throw a fit.
Christian, I don't know about you. I'm just in awe of that drinking apparatus that Shannon is utilizing so splendidly. Shannon, my question is simple. You're managing both competitors. One of them's going to win. One of them's going to lose eventually. Is this the easiest match you've ever had to manage, or is this the hardest match you've ever had to coach?
This has been a blessing. Mike and Chance are ideal partners. They're ideal members of Corruption. They hold, they hold our team's name. They are both dedicated. They're both working so hard. They love each other. They have so much respect for each other. We're all on the same page. And I will say, just to appease everyone's peace of mind here, we are on vacation. We earned this, and we're going to have so much fun with it today. But please don't mistake that for us not taking today seriously. I have coached Chance independently. I have coached Mike independently. I have not shared any of their details or strategies with the other competitor. I want to uphold the integrity of the game. So you guys are in for a hell of a match today. It's going to be fun, whether we're on vacation or not.
All right. Well, there you go. She is the manager of the winning faction of the tournament. We can say that. Her faction won the tournament. We know that is absolutely a fact. The question is, which member of that faction will be facing the champion at Spectacular? All right, Shannon, well, congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Oops, sorry about that. Moving Shannon to the waiting room there. Well, you don't want to cut the queen off. You're going to wind up...
No, I wouldn't want any part of that. Not even when she's on vacation.
No. All right, Mark. So Shannon is now waiting. Are you ready?
What do you say, Muppet? One more time? I am, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first,
Don't say I didn't warn you.
representing Corruption with a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat in the Innergeekdom division. He is the former movie trivia Schmoedown team's champion of the world, the Cobra, Chance Ellison. Oh, everybody from Corruption is just relaxing, huh? You're just taking it in stride, huh?
Hello. Yes, I am.
How are you feeling right now, man? You're in the finals and you're playing up against your mentor here in Mike. Is the relaxation a good or a bad thing?
A bit of both, Mike and I, we both worked hard. We both worked hard to get to these finals. We both wanted it, and now we're here. So, this was the hard part. We're already happy that our faction is getting a shot at that IG belt whenever that happens. But now it's a matter of who gets it. Is it going to be me or is it going to be Mike? And this isn't, like Shannon said, this isn't a, relax, take it easy, we're not going to take this seriously kind of match. I'm going to give Mike all he can handle. Mike's going to give me all he can handle, and we're going to put on a great show.
Yeah, right. Chance, you're dressed like a funeral and a party city got into a street brawl, and that's what we ended up with. So let me ask you this as simply as I can put it. Has there been any, even good-natured jocularity, trash talk between you and Mike during your world-famous study sessions going into this match?
A little bit. We like to have fun. We like to kid around, but our eyes are on the prize all the time.
Well, that's another question I had there too, because look, you've been playing with Mike since you started here. He's the only partner that he's the only faction that since he was the first person. He brought you into the league itself, so you know how much he wants this thing. And not only should you win, would you be taking away that opportunity for him to get a third title, but you'd also be taking away that one win. He's one victory away. If he wins today, he will be the only Innergeekdom competitor in the history of the division to win 10 matches in Innergeekdom. Does that play in your head at all? You're like, oh, look, you're standing in front of the Cobra, you can get bit.
A little bit, just because I know how much Innergeekdom means to Mike, but if I fall on the sword for him, I'm not doing him any favors. Smets isn't going to cut him a break, Chandler's not going to cut him a break, so I shouldn't either. So Mike knows he has to earn this. He knew he got to earn this regardless of who he was facing. It just so happens to be me. So here we are.
All right, well, we are going to put you in the waiting room there as we introduce your partner. Good luck to you, Chance.
Thank you.
And his opponent. Representing Corruption with a record of 9 wins, 4 defeats, and 3 knockouts. He is the former Teams Champion and the former two-time movie trivia Schmoedown Innergeekdom Champion of the World, Mike Kalinowski. To no one's surprise, you're also coffee beverage.
Boys, how are we?
You're loving this, aren't you? You just love it.
I'm having the time of my life right now here, my friends. The time of my life.
Okay. Well, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
No, thank you. You're playing Chance Ellison. Your partner. You brought him into this league.
That I did.
And you see what he's doing. You've seen now. I know you. Have you taught him everything, or everything that you've wanted him to know until it was time for him to know some other stuff that he might not know?
You know what, my friend? You're a father. Mark, you're a dog dad. There's nothing prouder than when your children come into their own. And that's how I feel right now. Because people like Roxy wanted to even talk crap last week. She was just like, you can't, you're not going to be happy for him. Of course I'm happy for him. What I'm happy for is the fact that this kid, I see so much of myself in this young kid. I see so much of myself. I see a man that came into a 5-way Innergeekdom, did well, but didn't get that brass ring at the end. He lost, and I know what that's like. I know what it's like for him to climb his way back, to face someone that no one thought he could beat. What did he do, boys? What did he do? He won.
Beat him.
I know what it's like. I know he's hungry. I can't be in. I'm in a phenomenal position. I'm on the top of the world right now, boys. Top of the world.
Yeah, Mike, and it seems like you have a pleasant evening planned. I'll remind you that Shuffleboard is on the main deck at 8 p.m. But
is that on the Lido deck?
My question to you today.
Yes.
For this match.
Yes.
You and Chance, y'all have famous study sessions together. Was there any sort of prep for the new speed round between the two competitors?
It's kind of hard to prep for a speed round like that. Before, we used to do for our teams matches, we would get the buzzers beforehand and we would practice. This is a matter. It's a different ball game. I'm kind of on the seeing the Star Wars match. I actually really like this format. I like the ability to pass, come back, and also it's 10 for 10. Each player. We got the equal amount. It's not a matter of, oh, my buzzer didn't click in, it didn't work right, or that whole thing. If that happens, so it's equal footing for this. So I'm excited to try it out.
Well, Mike, I mean,
yes.
I had asked the same thing to Chance here. You are a win away from being the only Innergeekdom competitor to have 10 victories inside of this division.
Yeah.
You chose to step back from playing Chandru. It was the right decision. You're obviously in the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it's the right decision. We were at you said it earlier in the pre-show. We were at the bottom. We were dead last. Where are we now? We're neck and neck with number one. Neck and neck. And regardless of who wins this one, we're getting points regardless. It was an incredibly smart decision on my part. Incredibly smart decision for Shannon, my manager, to back me on this. It's a no-brainer.
All right. Well, Mike, yeah, go ahead.
I don't mean to say this because you said, I didn't know that about 10 wins because I don't play that. I don't do the numbers thing, the numbers game. My numbers have come up each match. If we look at my accuracy, I'm sure Frank, you'll throw that down. My accuracy is ridiculous. But if I could for a moment, boys, if I could just say one thing. I'm going to say this right now because Chance and I have proven this. We've talked about the greatest teams of all time. Chance Ellison and I are without a doubt the greatest team that has ever been put together. And let me tell you why. Because what does a great partner do? They make their other partner better. The Patriots, we talked about their great record when they played. Did any of them ever win a singles title out when they were playing together? I don't think so. The Shire Wolves, I'll give them that. They were phenomenal. They were a great example for a great team. But that's why Chance and I are the best team because we brought each other up. Look how much better I have gotten with Chance as my partner. And look how much better Chance has gotten with me as his partner. That's why we're the best team this league has ever seen. Ever seen.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to put the former two-time IG champ looking for his third shot here today in the waiting room as we bring back Chance. And there is Mike together. Finals of the IG tournament. Mark, how does round number one? How does that go?
Round number one in this championship finals of the playoff format works as thus. It's a lot like a championship match. Round number one is going to feel like any match in Innergeekdom. You get 10 questions from 10 different corners of Schmoedown know-how. Each question's worth a point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. We'll ask a question. You have 15 seconds to answer it. How do you answer? You take a utensil. You take a whiteboard. You have to write your answer. When we ask you to show it, please show it to your camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the 5-round match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself a little more time, use a JTE rule. And each competitor, Christian, has 1 challenge to be used. I'm sure Shannon Barney is really enjoying the fact that she has 2 challenges in this odd match.
All right. Mark has read the rules of round number one. So now we start with Mike Kalinowski. Are you ready?
Of course I'm ready. Let's have some fun here.
Chance, are you ready?
Mike, let's give him a show. Let's go. Let's get it.
You got it, buddy.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, round number one. Question number one falls in the realm of the MCU.
The McCoo.
In Avengers Age of Ultron, what is the name of the mobile service module designed by Tony and Bruce to respond to a Hulk rampage?
Christian, bold statement by Mike about the best team of all time. Does nobody remember the run that you and I went on back in the 70s?
We were the first. We were the first. 5, 4.
And the best.
3, 2, 1. And we start with Mike.
Veronica.
It is. Chance.
Veronica.
1-1. Question number 2, Marcus Ellis.
It's in the world of Star Wars, or should I say galaxy. Your question, gentlemen, is from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. In that film, who says to Kylo Ren, "I won't have you question my methods"? It's a good query there. Writers are feeling it, just like the competitors.
No bird cause this time around, though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and Chance.
You know,
General
Mark Bird,
Hux.
call all you want. General Hux.
Ooh.
Yes.
I put Snoke.
Oh, Chance takes the first lead here over Mike.
Good guess.
1 point. 1 point. All right, next question. Question 3. Middle Earth. In The Return of the King, at the end of the film, Frodo, Gandalf, and Bilbo, among others, board a ship headed to what destination?
I think I liked it better when I was known for Dragon Calls.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
You see, I can just laugh at these, unlike some competitors with
5,
all in their head.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and we start with Mike.
Ooh, I'm guessing this one. Is it the Undying Lands?
Yes, and Chance?
The Undying Lands.
You got it. All right, so
My bad.
we see ourselves right now with a score of 3-2. Chance Ellison with a 1-point lead over his partner, Mike Kalinowski.
That's right. Chance still eligible for that perfect round should we make it that far into this round number 1. Your next category, gentlemen, is in the world of DC movies. Just like that picture. Your question, who directed the 2011 DC film Green Lantern? Which I enjoyed.
I liked the trailer.
Hi, I'm the guy. It was that color.
You're the one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and Chance.
Cannot believe this. Martin Campbell.
That is right.
Martin Campbell.
That's Spike Lee
And
for some
Kalinowski
reason.
also
I don't
gets
know
it.
why.
And it is now 4-3 as we get to our next
What?
question
The movie
here.
a
Next
few weeks
question.
ago and I can't remember
Question
anything.
5. 20 seconds to answer this question, gentlemen. In X-Men Apocalypse, name 2 of the mutants that Apocalypse takes under his wing in the film's present day as his 4 horsemen.
Ooh. That's a spicy one. I was liking Apocalypse for a while too, and then
Yeah, I liked that movie more. That was my you like Green Lantern. I didn't mind that one as much.
I think it became a Leno. Like
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Mike Kalinowski.
Storm and Magneto.
Storm, Angel, Psylocke, and Magneto.
Yes, and Chance.
Okay, I misspelled Psylocke, but Psylocke and Storm.
Oh,
That's good.
We'll give you that. That's fine.
That's good.
I'll give it to you, Chance. I'll give it to you, buddy.
Psylocke. That's fine.
I don't know why.
I'm not Chandru here. I won't challenge that. I'm not Chandru.
No, it's about as JT as it gets, but we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the.
That's why I went for
That
Storm
was
and
Geppetto.
Magneto.
All right, let's
That
get.
was
Very hard to misspell.
Yeah, but we got it. All right, next question here, Mark, is number 6.
That's right. Number 6. This is in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, where I believe they do penalize for spelling at Hogwarts. Luckily, we're not there. Your question, in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, what is the name given to someone that can communicate with snakes? The name of someone. Yeah, Christian, I think that Psylocke spelling passed Geppetto and took the Tyrannosaurus exit.
Okay, don't go that far.
4,
Don't go that far. Don't do it like that.
I think
2,
I misspelled as well.
1. Pens down, please. Chance.
Parcel tongue.
That is not correct. Mike.
Damn it.
Hey, you're right. I didn't get to change it, but I put parcel tongue as well. It's parcel mouth.
Parcel mouth.
It's parcel mouth. It is parcel mouth.
Yeah, damn
Screwed
it.
up.
So
You're right.
they both missed. They both missed 5-4. Mike doesn't get a chance to tie it up, but Chance doesn't get the perfect round. So it's a 1-point game here. Next question. Star Trek. Star Trek is the next question. Who composed the score for Star Trek 2009?
And Christian, I have a live looking at the writer's room right now, and they are celebrating like madmen that we get to save one question.
Oh, they like that, but they also like that they tricked the competitors. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Michael
Giacchino.
Yes, and Chance.
Misspelled it again.
Michael Giacchino.
Yes. Okay. So we have now, it is 6-5 as we get to our next question here, Mark. This is question number 8.
That's right, and it is in the category of DCEU. And that question, at the end of Birds of Prey, there is an audio-only message from Harley Quinn where she is about to reveal a huge secret about whom? I've been sending more of those recently. Christian, you ever do that? You hit the audio thing and then you just...
I've done that quite a few times.
Well, no, you're talking to Siri.
5. I talk to whoever I want to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads down, please. And Chance.
Batman.
Yes. And Mike.
Well, I've just put Batman because she was revealing he's Bruce Wayne.
Yes. Batman, Bruce Wayne. That's correct. You want to challenge that?
Do I want to challenge it? No, I'm good.
I didn't know if Mike was challenging it. All right. Okay.
Man, I'm going to challenge my own question.
No, I didn't know if you were challenging because never mind. All right.
No. I was just because she was Batman is, and they were going to say Bruce Wayne. If I didn't know if you, what she was going to challenge. So
here's the next question. This is question 9. Heroes and villains. Samuel L. Jackson goes by the name of Mr. Glass in 2000's Unbreakable. What is his real name, first and last?
It was a study session question, boys. Study session question.
You better not miss this.
I know.
Well, all right, well.
And
I hope
5,
I spelled it right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Elijah Price.
That is correct. And Chance?
You're welcome, by the way. Elijah Price.
There you go. So 8-7. So final question in round number 1, mixed bag, Mark.
Yeah, that's right, Christian. These guys are operating on another level of nerddom. We might have to start calling this division Outer Geekdom.
Yep.
Your last question, gentlemen. This is in the world of mixed bag. So here we go. In the film 300, Rise of an Empire, what was the name of the God King Xerxes' father?
I didn't see that one.
How about that one? Give them one that they think is easy. The
Oh,
writers come right back.
5, 4,
I know I'm
3,
wrong, but at least I got an
2,
answer.
1. Pens down, please. And we start with Chance.
Good to know when it had a perfect round anyway. Zeus?
No. And Mike?
Hadrian?
No, sir.
Looking for also the name of the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish, Darius.
Oh,
Darius. So,
that's my dad's name.
Jesus.
is it really?
I'm so embarrassed. That's my dad's name.
Whoops. Wait.
It's pretty
Your dad's name is Darius? We missed the opportunity to make your nickname Xerxes this whole time.
amazing. All right, so look at this. At the end of round number 1, nobody's perfect, but it's still a 1-point game. They both missed 2 of the same questions,
I got 6.
but Mike has missed 3 in that one, so we see ourselves with an 8-7 score. As we get into round number 2, Mark, how's that go?
That's right, Christian. These guys can barely get anything right, it seems. So let's see if it picks up in round number 2 with the wheel round, the wheel of destiny, justice, and your fate. You're going to spin that wheel. You're going to get a category. Once you settle on a category, you're going to hear 5 questions from said genre of Inner Geekdom know-how. Each question's worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we promise. Christian, they both have all of their challenges. So I think Shannon Barney's feeling pretty good about everything.
All right. Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to Chance starting now.
Hey, buddy. Do you remember when everyone said that you would never beat Parker and see yourself in the finals?
Oh, yeah. Those were simpler times. Everyone was so naive.
Sorry, I just needed to remind everyone that you're in the finals because you're friggin' awesome. How are you feeling? That was a great round, man.
Yeah, I feel good. You know, Harry Potter miss was a blow on my part, but forget it. It's passed.
Doesn't matter. It's still a close game. You're up by. We're good to go. You're spinning first on this round, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's going well for me. Go first.
That's what I thought.
All right, let's bring up the wheel. Here is the wheel, and here's this first spin.
We had known it was going to be a vacation vibe. We could have dressed the wheel up with pineapple slices.
I would have got a pina colada.
If you like pina
colada. Star Trek. So 60 seconds to talk it out. Here you go.
Yeah, I think one I know Mike's been waiting for. So
I know you're feeling about it too. What do you want to do? You
let's spin again. Spin again.
You can do. Let's go.
All right, here's the spin. Second one, final one. As Chance spins.
We need more clapping when the wheel is spun. I like that.
Yeah.
Come on, wheel. I believe in you.
All right.
DC. All right, DC is going to drop out Shannon here.
Take your time. Listen to the questions. You have all your rules left, so just take your time. Multiple choices available. Don't be afraid to use it. You got this. Let's go.
All right, bring in Mike. All right, Mike.
Yes.
Chance to get 5 questions here in the realm of DC.
Oh, DC. Okay.
Chance, are you ready?
I am.
Here you go. First question. In Batman Forever, Bruce Wayne has 2 motorcycles of the same kind that impress Dick Grayson. By what name do they go by?
Crap. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Vincent Black Knight, B, Trump Bonneville, C, Kawasaki Ninja, or D, Harley Davidson EL?
C, I think.
A.
A. Vincent Black Knight is correct. 1 point for Chance Ellis.
Nice ball.
All right. Question 2. In V for Vendetta, V refers to his home by what name?
Just watched this too.
I gotta rewatch
Multiple
that
choice.
movie. I love it.
Is it A, Shadow Suite, B, Monte Manor, C, Shadow Gallery, D, Cristo Manor?
Shadow Gallery.
Shadow Gallery for 1 point is correct.
Remember Gallery.
Question 3. In Superman 2, what does General Zod mistakenly call Earth when he first arrives on the planet?
Planet Houston.
For 2 points, Chance Ellison. Question 4. In the Lego Batman movie, it opens with a quote from what musician that Batman takes credit for?
Michael Jackson.
For 2 more points. And finally, who directed 1984's Supergirl?
Okay. Something along these lines, like Jano Schwark.
Yeah, we'll give it to you. That's fine. Janot Swark is correct. 2 points for Chance Ellison. So Chance now sees himself with 16 points over Mike Kalinowski, who has the chance. We're going to move Chance from the stream. Bring back Shannon. Shannon, you got 60 seconds here to talk to Mike starting now.
How you feeling, babe?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, those first two, the Star Wars and the Potter, I was between the two. I didn't want to use a JT to erase my board. I'm feeling great. You know, yeah, I'm feeling great. So let's do it.
Good. Yeah, shake off round 1. No worries, you're still in this game. Let's spin it, see what we get.
All right, here comes the wheel. And here's the first spin.
Here comes the wheel.
Christian, I love this right now because if Kalinowski does get a perfect round 2, he'll have a 1 point lead going into the next round.
Okay. Depends on what he's going to get here. He's pretty strong in a lot of these categories. Middle Earth. All right, 60 seconds starting now.
We can do better.
Okay, we're going to go a few. We'll go better. Yeah, let's try again.
Yeah.
Try again. All right, let's keep spinning away. Whatever you get here, Mike, you got to take, and here it is.
Go.
Round and round it goes. Chance left Star Trek out there, possibly for Mike.
MCU.
Okay.
Mike sees himself with the MCU. We're going to drop out Shannon here. All right, and we're going to bring back Mike. All right, Mike, you're going to get 5 questions in the realm of the MCU. All right, Mark.
All right, Mike, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in case you didn't know what those stood for. Your question, number 1 of 5. Which Guardians of the Galaxy character has been charged with illegal manipulation of a Gramosian Duchess?
Five, 4, 3.
Star-Lord?
Rocket?
It maybe was a guess, Christian, but he got 2 points for it.
That's right.
Nice guess.
I don't remember.
All right, so question number 1, Mike gets correct as we get to question 2, Mark.
And that question, in Iron Man, Tony Stark sarcastically guesses what college Christine Everhart went to. She informs him she actually went where?
Berkeley.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal. Chance, the question.
You're on the right. You're on. Good, sorry.
In Iron Man, Tony Stark sarcastically guesses what college Christine Everhart went to. She informs him she actually went where?
You're gonna kick yourself, Mike, because he guessed Berkeley, but she went to Brown.
Yeah.
That is correct. It's an Ivy League school.
Big steal there by Chance Ellison as we get to question number 3.
Some good questions there.
All right, Mike. To rebound and get 2 points of your own, in Captain America: The First Avenger, we learn what killed Steve Rogers' father was what?
I don't think it was in First Avenger.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, polio, B, tuberculosis, C, mustard gas, or D, mugging?
Mustard gas.
Mugging?
Delicious moutard, but not in gas form. That is a point for you, Mike.
That was question 4.
All right, Mike, your 4th question. Penultimate one in this round. In the Avengers, what is the model number of the suit that Tony deploys while falling from Stark Tower, which attaches to him mid-fall?
That's
7.
the... Oh. It's the Mark 7.
I'm Mark 2, and we're stopping there. But yes, Mark 7 is the correct answer.
All right, here's the final question here for Mike in this round to get himself within 4 of chance.
That's right, Mike, for 2 points. What title does Irani Rail, the leader of the Nova Corps, have in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nova Prime.
It is Nova Prime, and Christian, we got the ball game going into round 3.
All right, so that steal was massive because instead of Mike going up by 1, he is now down by 4 going into round number 3, the betting round. All right, Mark, how does round number 3 go?
I don't know if Vegas is open or what they're doing right now, but I know that we can place a wager right here in this round. It's the betting round. What's going to happen is whoever's in the lead, that being Chance, the Cobras, Ellison, is going to get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category we land on, the field of competition is going to hear one question in that said genre. Now, here's where it gets betty, is that each competitor, once they see what category was spun, is going to wager an amount of points. You may wager up to 3 points. You may wager as little as 0 points. 1 and 2 points is also allowed. Here's the rub. If you get the question right, you gain that many points. If you miss the question, you lose that many points.
All right. So because Chance is in the lead, we are going to bring that wheel up, Chance. And here it is. Here's the spin. Oh, perfect. Choice. Mike
gets to pick. Do I get to pick?
You get to pick whatever you want, yes.
Let's go Star Trek.
Of course.
Star Trek.
I thought you were going to go there.
Star Trek. All right, Star Trek is the category. Star Trek is the category. All right, gentlemen, so you have entered your points in the private chat, and now the question will be read from the realm of Star Trek. Here you go. What is the name of the Vulcan term for Spock's living spirit, which he transferred to McCoy before dying at the end of Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan?
And Christian, we'll point out to the audience that we have 2 separate streams going, so neither opponent is aware of what their competitor wagered.
Right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Mike. How many points did you bet?
I bet 3 points.
3. And you said
nope.
Well, I was going to write the points on my board. I don't know if we needed to do that for you guys. Do you want us to do that too?
No. Okay. What was it?
I did 3 points.
Okay, 3. And you said?
I said it's his Katra.
And Chance, how many points?
I decided caution, so I went 1.
And you got?
Katra.
That is correct. So Chance gets 1 point. Mike gets 3 points. So we see ourselves now 2 points. 2 points. Chance Ellison has a 2-point lead now, has been cut down from 4 to 2 as we get to round number 4. This is the speed round. Mark, how's it go?
It is the speed round 2.0 version. That's right, because in this speed round, 10 questions are going to be asked to each competitor. The competitors are going to hear the same 10 questions, but at different times. One competitor is going to enter into their window with 60 seconds on the clock. And once that clock starts, they're going to have as many questions answered as humanly possible. Each question is worth 1 point. If you get it right, you get a point. If you miss a question, you lose a point. There is a third option. You hear a question, you don't know the answer, or you can't conjure it in that moment, just say pass, and we'll move on to the next question. If there is still time left after Christian has read the initial 10 questions, we'll go back to any questions that were passed, and you'll once again have the option to answer it or say pass again, and so on and so forth until the end of the 60-second window. Now, Christian, Chance Ellison is now winning by 2, so he's going to have the option if he wants to be in the window first or if he'd like to defer to his study buddy, Mike Kalinowski. Once the other competitor is out of the stream, they will have no ability to hear or listen or see the questions being asked to their opponent.
All right, so Shannon going to give you 60 seconds here to discuss with Chance on what he wants to do starting now.
Hey, buddy. I mean, I would say go first. You got a 2-point lead. You want to get it over with, see how much you can increase. There's not much debate to have about it. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, it sounds good to me. I'm going to go first.
Yeah, all right, good.
All right, Shannon, you can stay in the room. Remember, you have to have your hands just like that, because if you lower your hands at all during this, then Chance will be deducted 1 point. All right, so we're going to drop Mike out of the room entirely, waiting for the production team to do that, and then we'll begin the round and drop Shannon out also. All right, Mike has been dropped out. All right, Chance, are you ready?
I am.
Here we go. What film is the second film released in Phase 3 of the MCU?
Thor: The Dark World.
Thor: The Dark World.
In the Chamber of Secrets, what is the name of Dumbledore's Phoenix?
Fox.
Fox.
At what speed will the DeLorean time travel in Back to the Future?
88 miles per hour.
Who directed Men in Black?
Barry Sonnenfeld.
In what year was Superman 2 released domestically?
1980.
80.
Ellison plays which character in the Fantastic Beasts films?
Queenie.
What is the first MCU film to refer to Thanos as the Mad Titan?
Pass.
Infinity War.
Who plays David Dunn in Unbreakable?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Who plays Black Mask in Birds of Prey?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
How many times did Hugh Jackman play Wolverine?
11.
Pass.
What is the first MCU film to refer to Thanos as the Mad Titan?
I'm sticking with Infinity War.
Okay, how many films did Hugh Jackman play Wolverine? That's it.
11.
Okay. All right, thank you. Dropping you out there. All right, so Chance Ellison has gone, and now Mike Kalinowski will be brought in. All right, so Mike, you got 60 seconds to talk to Shannon here first.
Okay.
Starting now. Go ahead, Shannon.
All right, clear your mind. You got
Yeah.
10. You got 60 seconds. You
Yep.
know to pass if you're not sure of it within 2 seconds. Chance did his thing. It's your turn to do your thing. Anything you got?
No, I'm feeling great. Star Trek was a great pull.
Great.
Yeah,
All right.
Yep.
feeling great.
Good
We're giving a great match.
All right, cool. All right, here we go. So we're going to drop Shannon out. Mike,
Turn you up a little bit here. So I can
so
hear
Mike,
you.
you're going to see the clock, Mike, on the top here.
Okay.
You begin once I start asking the question. Understood?
Okay. Yeah.
You complete asking it, right?
What after I complete asking the first question, that is when it will start.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Here you go. What film is the second film released in Phase 3 of the MCU?
Thor: The Dark World.
Doctor Strange.
In the Chamber of Secrets, what is the name of Dumbledore's Phoenix?
Fox.
Fox.
At what speed will the DeLorean time travel and Back to the
88
Future?
miles an hour.
88 miles per hour.
Who directed Men in Black?
Barry Sonnenfeld.
In what year was Superman 2 released domestically?
1980.
Alan Sudol plays which character in the Fantastic Beasts films?
Queenie Goldstein.
What is the first MCU film to refer to Thanos as the Mad Titan?
Infinity War.
Pass.
Who plays David Dunn in Unbreakable?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Who plays Black Mask in Birds of Prey?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
How many times did Hugh Jackman play Wolverine on screen?
11.
9.
And going back to, what is the first MCU film to refer to Thanos as the Mad Titan?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right, that's it. That's it there. So Mike has finished all his questions. All right, we're going to tally up, and we will bring you back in just a moment there, Mike. All right, we're going to bring both the manager and Mike and Chance back.
Wow.
Woo!
Hold on a second.
Boy.
Hold on. All right, and Chance is back. All right. So,
Take it off.
at the end of the speed, Chance, you missed 2, and you passed on 2. You have a total of 23 points after that round. Mike, you missed 1, got the rest correct.
Really?
You're now up 25-23. Mike is up 25-23. Chance, you missed. What film is the second film released in Phase 3 of the MCU? That was Doctor Strange.
Phase 3.
In what year was Superman 2 released domestically? That's 1981. Superman 2 was released in Australia and Europe in 1980, and June 1981 stateside.
All right.
So
I'm also sorry for cussing. My bad.
that's okay. And that is also the only question that Mike missed, was the Superman 2 released domestically.
Was 81 domestically? Really? I mean, I trust you guys. I'm not
answer?
challenging it, but I'm like,
What's the answer for that Mad Titan question? I'm curious.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Mike got it correct.
That's what I thought.
And there was nine. Nine was Logan.
9 was Wolverine.
Wolverine. Yeah. I was like, what was the third? I was like, it was First Class. He's in that one scene.
All right. So at the end of that round, now we see it go back to Mike Kalinowski, 25-23, going into the fifth and final round. Mark, how does it go for the fifth and final round?
I got good news and more good news. The good news for the competitors is that they're familiar with round number 5. They've done this a bunch. And the better news is that this is going to determine the match, and we will crown the winner of the Innergeekdom tournament. We need a series of numbers from each of you. That's all we really need. Each number's going to correspond to a different corner of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. We need 3 numbers from each. These numbers can range from 1 to 16. Once we settle on your categories, your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Next one is worth 3 points. And the final one, should we make it that far, and I bet we do, is for 5 big points. You may not pick the same numbers as your opponent. There's no stealing in round number 5, nor is there a penalty for missing a question. So, Mike, you were trailing for most of the match, but now you find yourself with a 2-point lead. So you get to give us your 3 lucky numbers first, from 1 to 16. What do you got?
I'm feeling a good place. This is where I usually do. I usually play from behind like this, and I go here. We're going to go with Old Reliable, Old Faithful, number 2, 12, and 14 in that order.
2, 12, and 14 for Mike,
sir.
and for Chance.
6, 8, and 16.
6, 8, and 16 for
Good
Chance.
number, Chance.
All right, so Shannon, you're going to have 60 seconds to talk to Mike, starting now.
Shake that off. That was exciting. I know your adrenaline's pumping right now. I know exactly
Yes,
how you
ma'am.
feel. Clear your mind. Get it all out of your head. This is the last round. This is where you dominate.
This final round's my final round. That's what I do.
No matter what happens, corruption's winning this thing.
Absolutely.
You guys both have winning records in IG. I couldn't be more proud of the work you did. You guys have put up a hell of a match today. You give the fans exactly what they wanted. So relax. Take a breath. Take your time. You got all your JTEs. Use them if you need them. And let's see what happens. Let's bring it on. Proud of you, baby.
Great, thank you. All right, Shannon, stick around and do 60 seconds with Chance, starting now.
Hey, buddy. What a great story for you, too. I could not be more proud of you. I am so excited to have you here. I'm so excited it's a corruption finale. You're only down by 2. You know that's not the end of the game. You're studied. You're ready for this. You also have all your JTEs. Listen to the entire question. Take your time. Use them if you need them. You can still win this thing. And again, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we win. I know you both won it. I know you've been working for it. So go get it and let's see how this turns out. I can't wait to see what happens with you two. I love you guys so much.
All right. So with that, drop Shannon out there. Chance, Mike.
Yeah.
You ready?
Chance, buddy. Let's do this, my friend.
Let's do this.
Chance, here you go, bud. So you chose category 6. Category 6. That is Indiana Jones. In what year did Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom come out?
1984.
1984 is correct for 2 points.
Nice
All
one.
right. So we see ourselves tied, and now Mike Kalinowski will get his 2-pointer mark, which is category 2.
Yes, it is, Christian, and that is going to correspond to Mike. You familiar with DC?
Little bit. Little bit.
Then your question for 2 points to regain a 2-point lead in the world of DC is: what is the last name of Robert Wuhl's character in 1989's Batman?
Knox.
Who's that loss? 2 points for Mike, and he's back on top, Christian.
All right, 2 more points there for Mike, and now Chance gets category number 8. Category number 8 for his 3-pointer. Mixed bag. Mixed bag. Here you go.
Okay.
Chance, in X-Men: The Last Stand, what is the name of the laboratory responsibility? What is the name of the laboratory responsible for making the mutant cure?
Worthington Labs?
That is correct. 3 points.
Nice pull, buddy. Nice pull.
Yes.
Big pull by Chance as he now sees himself with a lead over Mike. It is now 28-27 as Mike will now get his 3-pointer. Mark, he chose category number 12.
Yes, you did. Jim Kelly's number, and Mike, that corresponds to the Wizarding World. And your question.
Okay.
But once again, get the lead on your own. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, what is the title of Gilderoy Lockhart's autobiography?
Magical Me.
It spent 27 weeks on the #1 bestseller list. That would be Magical Me.
Yeah, that's it done.
Yes, it is. And that is correct. And Mike's got the lead once again, Christian. Now it goes to Chance for 5 big points.
All right, so here's where we stand. If Chance Ellison hits this, bounces back to Mike, and Mike will be forced to hit his 5-pointer. However, if he misses, then Mike Kalinowski will be challenging either Andrew or Smets for the championship at Spectacular 5. All right, Chance, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, category 16. Category 16. That would be Marvel films.
Okay.
Marvel films. Here you go. In Venom, what is the full name of the bioengineering corporation that discovers a comet with symbiotic life forms?
The Life
Life
Foundation.
Foundation.
For 5 more points,
Nice
Chance.
ball, buddy.
Chance Ellison hits it and now forces the hand of Mike Kalinowski. Mike, if he hits the 5-pointer, he will win and go on to play for the Innergeekdom Championship. However, if he misses, his partner, Chance Ellison, will be playing for the Innergeekdom Championship. Mike chose category number 14.
Yes, he did indeed, Christian. And this corresponds to a category that Mike passed on in round number 2, way back there. Now for all the marbles, Mike, number 14 corresponds to Middle-earth. And your question for the win, to be the champion of this playoff and to defeat your partner in crime and corruption, Chance Ellison. In Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, what is the nearest crossing to the ferry the hobbits took to evade the ring wraiths?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
First one.
Do that. In Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, what is the nearest crossing to the ferry the hobbits took to evade the ring wraiths?
I'm never gonna get this.
Five, 4.
Repeat the question.
Second one.
In Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, what is the nearest crossing to the ferry the hobbits took to evade the ring wraiths?
Five.
Repeat the question.
Last one.
Mike, in Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, what is the nearest crossing to the ferry the hobbits took to evade the ring wraiths?
I don't think this is it, so I'm going to take a wild guess because I think it's the only name I know in that area.
Five.
Buckleberry.
And your winner, advancing to the Schmoedown Spectacular, the Cobra! The answer, Mark, was Brandywine Bridge. Brandywine Bridge. Chance and pulls off the big, huge upset here, upsetting Mike Kalinowski 33-30. But what a battle it was. Gentlemen, we're going to keep you in together here. We're going to keep you in together. You looked like you were up, you were down. And man, it was crazy there. Shannon, let's start with you here. This was this similar to what happened here with Andres Cabrera, right? Nobody thought that Chance was going to be able to beat Parker. He beat Parker. He beat the Barbarian, and now he defeats the 2-time champion in Mike Kalinowski. But what a battle it was! How are you feeling there, watching you two guys scrap it out?
Oh my God, I'm sweating over here. Man, that was intense. I could not have asked for a better match. Could you have asked for a better match? It was Mike. and it was Chance, and it was Chance, and it was Chance, and it was Mike, and it came down to the wire, which is what we were hoping for, which is what we expected, which is what these guys are here to do. I mean, they're champion blood. Like, I would not expect any less out of either of them. I am so freaking thrilled for Chance, because guess what? I still don't believe in fairy tales. They're not real, but hard work and dedication and studying and working your butt off is real. And that paid off for him in dividends. I don't know what to say. I'm so damn proud of you, man. You did it. You beat my baby. You beat Mike. I mean, holy hell.
Chance, how you feeling?
I honestly, I have no words to describe what I'm feeling right now. I know how much Mike loves this league. I know this is his bread and butter, and to come in and look, I'll be honest, when I was down to speed round, I thought that was it. I thought that Mike was going to come at 5 and I was going to whiff it again. But, you, like you said, Mike may be a better player. He may be a better Innergeekdom player, and it shows. And I'm happy that I get to go and fight for that belt. I get to fight for us and fight for that belt.
Yeah, Mike. Let me say, look, I know it's got to be bittersweet here. Obviously,
of course.
You fought like really, really well. You hit. I mean, you came back in that speed round. You got yourself back up to a lead. You hit your 2. You hit your 3, and it was just that 5 that you didn't know. But is it an easier pill to swallow, knowing that you've got Chance, who now has his first? This is his first individual championship ever.
Of course. Look at me. I'm smiling right now. It's not. I knew it wasn't Buckleberry Ferry because it's the ferry, but I was wondering on the questioning. It was like, my notes, did I just write? Is that the crossing? It wasn't a pull. Middle Earth is I don't have a weakness in IG. I have the varying degrees of strength, and Middle Earth is on that other end of it. I could have pulled Life Foundation if I had pulled the Marvels category. So it's the way it comes down to. But this is what I love about my play and against Chance. It's like I always from behind like that, and I come back. I give the guy the best shot I can give at him. This is my protege right here. And people say, will you be upset? No. The best thing that mentors do is when their protege surpasses them and goes on. So I cannot wait. This doesn't stop. For me, it's kind of relaxing because I don't have to be watching these movies as much anymore for a little while. I've got a nice break. But I'll be there in his corner. Elijah Price, that round 1 question. We just asked that a couple weeks ago. That's why we know these things. And that's why he's going to take that belt. We're going to get the belt. It's funny. I said at the beginning of this year, Chance will have that singles belt by the end of this year. Well, I just got my divisions wrong. So he's going to have an IG belt. And that'll be great because then we'll both be IG belted and teams belted.
All that singles belt too. Don't get it twisted.
I know. We're going to put you. I'm going to control you though. I'm not going to get you like I did last year.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up, though, because, the singles tournament right around the corner. You've both been announced to be in the tournament. You're both going to be playing the tournament. Mike is going to be playing Perry Nemiroff, where Chance Ellison will be going up against David Del Rio. We know that is happening. Singles, the teams match between the Founding Fathers, the 4th one is coming in there like that. So, Shannon, I got to ask you, you've been around Mike, you've seen what happened to Rachel Cushing playing in 3 divisions. Any worry about a burnout in Chance Ellison, regardless that he's 13 years old?
Yeah, throw it in. Had to get one.
We will be cautious to avoid those traps. Obviously, there is a risk of that. But I think that Chance has such a good head on his shoulders. And, the IG tournament, or I'm sorry, not the tournament, the IG finals isn't coming up for a while. He's got until Spectacular? So he's got time to stay studied in a place where it's not taking over his life. And now it's time to jump into singles. And singles is an area, and teams is where he thrived in the beginning. That's what he came in here for. He did Innergeekdom just to do it. I mean, he knew his stuff, and he was like, let me see how far I can get in this. IG was not Chance's bread and butter. So I'm not worried about him in IG. I think he's going to be great, and we can kind of relax on this a little bit, not too much, because we're going to have, Smets or Chandru, so he's going to have to be on top of his game. Mike will be in there helping him. I'll be in there helping him. He's going to have the best coaches in the league getting him ready for this. I don't anticipate his burnout. I don't know that Chance is capable of burning out. He's got the energy of 1,000 suns, and I guess it's life in your 20s, man. It must be nice. But I don't, we're going to keep him even. We're going to keep him even keeled. We're going to keep him ready. But we're not going to overload him too much. He knows so much. He's so good. He's so prepared. He's so ready to jump back into singles. And I think he's going to make a great run there too. When you got that momentum, you got that fire, you keep it rolling. And that's the goal here.
Yeah, I used to be in my 20s 2 decades ago. As a fan of sport, And as someone who wouldn't be accused of recency bias, then I'm not ready to declare this as the best match of the season or of all time. But it was maybe the most unique match I've ever watched in that it started out pregame, a lot of lighthearted tomfoolery, and then y'all were locked in from round one. But then it seemed like there was a shift, and both competitors got into another gear that I've rarely seen in the Schmoedown. So, Mike, I want to start with you and Chance. Same question. When did you shift from this is a good match to I really got to be on my P's and Q's?
The betting round. That for me, it felt like it was a flashback to my time with Rachel Cushing. Very similar to that match where I was coming from behind. First round were dumb mistakes. I was second guessing myself and I didn't want to use JT rules then. But once Trek hit, it's kind of like with Chance, that was his weak point and that's why I went with it. And just like middle is my weak point, it got me in the end. That's what is a great game, but that locked it in. And then the speed round, it's different than when you're at that desk. I can't see what's going on. I have no idea what he was dealing with. I had no idea his thing. I just knew what I was, but that speed round focuses me. That thing locks me in. And then coming into it, third, fifth round, what we were at and knowing we had both answer all of our questions at that, it's like, people talked and I hear things of, and the things like, well, if Mike and Chance ever plays each other, will they take it seriously? And like Shannon said earlier, 100% you see at that end that we both wanted to win this. The friendship was put aside and we went to play for that match because it's the game. We respect the game and the game deserves that respect and that reverence. And that's what we delivered. It comes down to it. I wanted to win. You're damn right I did. I didn't whiff that. I didn't know the question. I tried my best, and it just didn't happen for me on this one. And I was not going to hand Chance this win. I was not going to give it easy because Smets, Chandru, they're not going to hand him a win.
Chance?
For me, it was when I found out at speedrun I was down. It was, look, my big problem, and Shannon gets me on this all the time, is that sometimes my brain moves a little too fast and I just mishear things. That phase 3 question was a stupid miss. I should have had that. And then going around 3, that's when I need to lock in because I knew this was going to be the first time I got pushed to a 5. It hasn't happened for me in this tournament yet, and you might be willing to do it. And yeah, that was when I locked it in. And one more thing I want to say is that I whiffed that Darius answer earlier. So 16 was my dad's number in college and professional ball. So I like to think he helped me get the win. So thanks, Dad.
Well, last question I got for you, Mike, before I let you guys go. And this is obviously a loss is a loss, and you feel it. But the thing is there a part of you too, because you feel like you were redeemed, where you had that loss from Smets and Spectacular. Right. Talked about openly, and then you came back and you played just kind of lights out for the first round, the first, second, and third round, and then had this match. Do you feel like you're back on your game and you're glad that you took a break? Is this the end of the IG, or is this just you're coming back?
Oh, absolutely not. I thank you for asking that. You know what? There was a lot of soul searching over this past 6 months before the IG tournament, and I said at the beginning of that first match against Alba, I found my love of IG again with my faction, and I played my 3 matches. I've gotten better and better. This one was a little ups and downs, but I could afford to play like that in this match because it was Chance. I knew the knowledge of the player I was playing. Sometimes, in whoever you play, sometimes like I can't give this up. I can't go multiple choice, or I could go multiple choice. Chance, I had a little more wiggle room to play with around in this because I knew this level of competitor I had. I knew where it was going to go. I found my love of the game again, though. I found this great study thing, I'm not going anywhere. I was worried. I was like, let's see what this tournament does. If Alba had knocked me out early on, that might have been it. But I kept getting better and better. I found the love. The new competitors are bringing out a great passion and fire in me. They're phenomenal. I've proven it. I've proven I can hang with the best. I've proven I'm one of the best in this league at IG. I ran this tournament on my side of the bracket. I went down to my 5 with Chance. Took him to the end. Came back from 4 points behind. Come back like I always do. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. I still want another rematch against Smets, so maybe that's my goal to work towards is trying to get that guy again at the table because we're 1-1.
I'll tell you what, if Chance Ellison beats Smets, I'll give you a number 1 contender shot against Smets to see you play.
Ooh, how sweet it is.
So
that's a double chance to get this guy to win then.
But that's if Chandru doesn't ruin all those.
I don't know. I gotta say something though. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that Smets has that one little loss in the loss column, and it's yours truly.
Hey,
I do like that.
But you know what's better?
What's
2
that?
losses in the loss
That's
column.
true.
Every one loss, every one little thorn in everyone's side comes at the hands of corruption. So it's a good day for corruption. I couldn't be more excited.
I'm sure. Right, and second place is now solely yours. You trail Finstock Exchange very little there. The standings right now. Look at how the corruption is right there, nipping at the heels, and they have a big chance, no pun intended, to take over the lead should corruption take over the founding fathers when they play. So, once again, guys, really great match. Incredible match. You did exactly what Chance and had said in the beginning here, and that's give them a show. You did that and then some. Thank you to all three. Chance, congratulations. Shannon and Mike Kalinowski. Hell of a match, everybody. Way to go. Mark, you know the funny thing is, too, when you look at what Chance did, Chance also, he beat the two guys that everyone thought would be in the finals. He beat Parker and he beat Kalinowski, which is this is a big win for him in Innergeekdom, because nobody thought he would be there. People thought maybe he could beat Oyama, maybe. But even most people had Oyama winning that match. Then nobody thought he was going to beat Parker. He beats Parker. Barbarian, there was people after that, they started giving him a little more props. But Kalinowski, Kalinowski, and is a legend in the division, and he showed why in this match too.
Yeah, and here's what we've seen from corruption, Christian, is that as long as we've known that faction, when they come to make a statement, they don't do so with a soft speaking voice. They do so with a big stick. And so Chance coming into this and not just winning the tournament, but the way he did it, the people that he knocked out along the way, I don't think anybody's ever going to doubt that kid out again. You said he might only be 13 years of age, but he is going to present a formidable challenge to whoever he faces once he gets to the Schmoedown Spectacular.
And already we know two big matches happening at Schmoedown Spectacular 5, and boy, are they big matches. The Star Wars Movie Trivia Schmoedown Championship on the line when Alex the Demon Damon tries to get his fourth title defense going up against the tournament winner, Andres Ace Cabrera, and now either Kevin Smets, who is the reigning champion, going up against Chandru very soon here. Whoever wins that match will be defending their title against the Cobra, Chance Ellison, at the Schmoedown Spectacular. Now, Chance could have, who knows? If there is a world where Chance Ellison could be defending going for the IG belt, defending the team's belt, and going for the singles belt. He could be Chance 3 belts. There is an opportunity. However, hard to say when you have 36 hungry competitors in this overall tournament, and that goes down 4 matches per week for the first 2 rounds. So subscribe to the channel now if you're not already.
That's right, no rest for the wicked, and that means Christian and I guess Molly can chill for a while, but this tournament that we're looking at is going to be fantastic. What we just had was amazing, and we could not have done it without our amazing production crew, everybody working so hard for us behind the scenes. And I'll even give a shout out to my partner in crime, half of the greatest team in Schmoedown history, Christian Harloff, because not once has he fell to the prisoner and gone into his fridge and grabbed one of those Stellas. You remain sober, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I thank you for joining us. And what an Innergeekdom tournament it was. 2 great tournaments already, the Innergeekdom tournament and the Star Wars tournament. They're in the books, and we have our winners. Andres Ace Cabrera wins the Star Wars tournament and the Cobra. Chance Ellison, representing corruption, is the winner of the tournament, now stands at 4 wins and 1 lonely defeat. So that is it. He's going to be placing the champion. You guys, now it's time for you to move your attention towards the pay-per-view matches. You have the big #1 contender match between the Outlaw, John Roca, and big-time Ethan Irwin. Get those tickets now, the Schmoedownlive.com. You can get them if you're a $10 patron. You're going to get it anyway. It's going to be sent right to your inbox. Join up today. So many great things. That Smets and Chandru match, that's right around the corner. That's next week. So we're going to find out who Chance is playing, but you guys, if you want to see it, $10 patrons and over can get it, or you just get a ticket over at the Schmoedownlive.com. For Mark Ellis, I am Christian Harloff. See you next time.
Well, like I said, I already knew who was going to win, but it didn't matter at all. As soon as what's the word I'm looking for? As soon as it got to some of the later parts of the match, I completely forgot who was supposed to win, who was supposed to lose. I just focused on the match. Anyways, this is my final score. I got a final score of 17, a score that I'm not proud of, considering the number of questions that were asked. There were a bunch of questions that I should have gotten, I didn't. The parcel mouth question comes to mind. The phase 2, phase 3 thing. Yeah, that I'm just kicking myself over because I didn't hear it correctly. I didn't listen. The Wolverine. I mean, if you count the Deadpool movies, then I was correct, and it was 11. But that's, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't count. That's why I'm not making such a big deal of it. I missed. I completely flipped on that question. There were a lot of questions, again, that I should have gotten. That stupid Green Lantern movie, I watched it recently, and I don't remember a single thing about it. That's how forgettable that movie is, and that's why I probably missed that question, because I was specifically waiting till the end of the credits to look at who directed what and who played who, and I don't know. I don't remember a single thing about that stupid movie. Anyways, so yeah, 17 is my final score. I'm not proud of it, but clearly I still need some more work to do if I am going to hopefully maybe someday join the Innergeekdom myself. But that is all completely out of the way. As far as the pay-per-view matches, I don't know if anyone is allowed to do reaction videos to those, so that's why I'm staying away from those at the moment. But I will watch them eventually. I haven't watched them yet. I know who wins the Roca and Irwin match, but yeah, I'm not sure that I'm allowed to do a reaction. So if the matches will drop on YouTube maybe next week, just before the tournament begins, then I'll do it. But for right now, this is the last match that I'm going to do for a while, at least until the tournament starts. Anyways, that's all I have. That's all I have to say for now. And until next time, guys. Schmoedown. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.